Well, it's afternoon. Finally got around to doing the rest of these apples. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just coring them and putting them in one bowl, and so I can make applesauce or whatever I want to make out of them. And I won't waste them. A lot of them I'm going to freeze just as they are. It's not whole, but I've got quite a few apples. And I got my big pan cleaned out now. Thank the Lord. I didn't think I was ever going to get rid of all those apples. Get through processing all those apples. Look at that mess. I bet y'all think, boy, he's coming on there a lot. Well, I'm at home. I'm not going to go out. It's too cold. I don't feel like it. I don't want to. So I'm standing right here, and I get to thinking about certain things I want to do, and I think, well, maybe I should do a video just because I can, I guess. And it might help somebody. I don't know what would help anybody that I have to say, but so that's what we've got there. And I had my other little peeler. I got several peelers, 2, 3, 4 peelers. I got all kind of peelers. But I just want to go around these, see, and take that off. Let me get another. Okay, let me get another bowl. Oh, I've got one. I've got oodles and oodles and oodles of bowls. Let's do this one. Let's do this one. And you want to get them seeds out of there because the apples have cyanide in the seeds. You don't want to be eating no cyanide. It's the whatever, and then when it hits the stomach acids in the body, it makes cyanide. I can't remember the name of it. Studied it. And this is easier for this little core if I use this instead of cutting myself with a paring knife. So that's why I do it with this little core. Probably what I'll do is a lot of this I can make apple butter, I can make apple preserves, I can make apple pies. There's so much you can do with apples that I like apples. Mother loves apples. I don't love them as much as she does, but I know she really likes them. So let me get these kind of finished peeled here. Get these done, and then we'll come back and I'll see what I'm going to do with them. In freezer bags, but I think I'll just go ahead and get the big pot, my big cannon pot, and do it this way. Do it this way. Now that's a lot. So for that big a pot, let me go ahead and turn the fire on and let me get some water. I'm just going to put regular water in there because I don't want to use this much water out of my water dispenser because it's, when I cook with water, if I drink it, I use it out of the dispenser. Nothing like well water, I'll tell you. Okay. Let me go ahead and just put, I don't want a whole bunch of water. Those are cooked down. Probably that pot there, pitcher. Let's try that. And then, let me see where I know I've got it. I'm gonna put in that, let's get old Dolly. You know, when I say Dolly, I say Dolly. Because you know that's Dolly. That's Dolly. I was gonna juice some of these, but I don't feel like it, juicing it, so we're not going to juice it today. We're not going to juice it today. We're going to do something else. I don't know. It doesn't matter about the cinnamon. I guess I'll just do, probably for this, I'm going to do a tablespoon. Or maybe 2. I think I better do 2. Because when I add it to that's a lot of apples though. I think that'll be enough cinnamon. I really do. I really do. Okay. Y'all, I'm getting a little tired. It'll be alright. It'll be alright. Now I'm looking for y'all know what my favorite spice is. Y'all all know. We gotta have the nutmeg. Gotta have nutmeg, don't we? We gotta have nutmeg. There's one that has been ground. Smells so good, y'all. Nutmeg. I'm gonna grind the whole. I like that. Maybe not the whole one. Because when I make my apple pies and all that stuff, if I decide to use some of this, I'll go ahead and add my normal my normal stuff. So now I'm going to go ahead and get that. Let me get my little pitcher here, and then I'll add some. On that, I better. Let me see here. I need probably 4 or 5 tablespoons of that. So that's probably about 4 or 5 tablespoons. I'll kind of wash that cinnamon and stuff off of those. Give it kind of down in there. Give them a little bath, little baby bath. Now you can put apple juice in this, you can put orange juice in this, you can put apple cider vinegar, you can put fresh orange juice, lemon juice. Now we're going to add a little vanilla. Let me think if I want to add that vanilla after a while. I think I'll wait for a little bit, but let's set it out so we don't forget our vanilla. Well, vanilla, you can put it in. I'll just go ahead and put it in now so I won't forget it. I say I'm going to do about 3 capfuls, which would be about 3 teaspoons. I'll just give it some vanilla. I don't have no star anise, but I would use that if I had it. I had some, but I don't know what happened to it. Probably here. Just mix that around and get those coated pretty good. That may be, well, I don't know if that'll be too much water, but we'll find out here in a little bit, won't we? That's a big pot of apples, everybody. That's a big apple pot. Well, it's close to 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I've got my lid for this. Let me get it and I'll put it on there. I put stuff places I don't know why I do it, but that may not be in this pantry. I'm always doing something, y'all, that's crazy as coulda brown. Here it is. Here it is. Now we'll just let that, we'll put our lid on there and just let that kind of cook for a little while. And then we have to stir it occasionally. I have to cook about 35 probably minutes. Make sure that pot, if y'all ever do this, make sure this pot doesn't get dry, because them apples will burn like fire and you'll ruin your whole, would have ruined your whole thing. So we have to watch those. Let me get this back up here. And once I get these cooked down, it's about, I just want to kind of season that, saute that and season that. Let's turn that back up now. Once I get it turned down, you have to turn it back up. Once you turn it back up, you have to turn it down. One day there'll be a stove made to where you can just think that you'd like it turned down, and it'd be turned down. Or if you want it off, it'll be off. Or it won't forget. Once you leave the kitchen, it'll know it, and it'll turn everything off, because you'll wear probably a little chip on a necklace or something in your house. You can control everything from that little chip. Let's check our apples. Oh, look, oh, looky there. Looky there. They're steaming. Look there. Boy, them are getting good. I don't know, I hope that ain't coming all of that smoke all on y'all. I think I'm going to go ahead and turn them off, because I think they're done. They are D-U-N-E. Come, turn that down. They may need to cook down. Let me see. I'm trying to, no, that, because I'm going to put them through the old food mill. And I don't want them to be emaciated. So, I don't want them to emaciate. Let's go ahead and put a little bit of frozen chicken in there in the Instapot. That's where I'm cooking, is the Instapot. But I can probably get this in there. There's a big old breast. See that big old breast down in there? Sometime I'll break that. Try to break that up a little more. Just so it fits down in there a little better. Okay. Now, we will put some salt on it. Put some salt. All that salt. Let's put some pepper. Now I get my cheat sheet here in a minute. I'm going to put a little bit of that butter, sweet cream butter on there. Oil, olive oil. Just on that chicken. Okay. Now, let me get my cheat sheet. If y'all don't have one of these and you have Instapot, get you one off of the... Okay, let's see. Leg quarters, 2 pounds. So it says 14 minutes. Got a cup of liquid, 14 minutes, plus 10 if it's frozen. So we got to get a cup of liquid. Cup of liquid. And let me get let me just get a cup of liquid. And I'll put that right down over that. Kind of wash that off. Alright. So now we've got that ready to go in there. And we'll put that in our Instapot. Put a lid on. I didn't want to have to move this. Y'all know what the Instapot is. And we want to cook it for 24 and turn off the keep warm, which means natural release, I imagine. It says natural, leg quarters natural release, so that means that we have to let it do its own thing. Let me turn that burner off. I'm sorry, chicken, I put your relatives in the crock pot, in the Instapot. I won't put you in there today. If you're good, you quit. Okay, let me check these. Yeah, that's gonna be fine. That's gonna be fine, y'all. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add my sugar to that. I can add sweetener, but I think I'm gonna add sugar because I could add brown sugar. I think that's what I'll do too. Okay, let me see. I know I've got some brown sugar. I just give it a little. Let me undo this. I have that out. Let me just put that brown sugar down in there. Get that used up. You know me, I have to get things used up. Because I don't like, I'm not going to put a lot of sugar, just about like that. That'd be enough sugar, I think. But you want to do this, put your sugar and stuff in it before you put it through your meal, or however you want to do these. No, I'll put just a hair of salt in them just to give that sweetness. Just a little bit of salt. If you have sweet, add salt. If you have salt, add sweet. Yeah. Add just a little more salt, because I need to get that out of it. You can't get it out really. But there's no sense. I don't like wasting nothing. Not one drop. I'm pretty sure I'm going to take a little gander of that here in just a minute. I better get just a regular spoon, because that get over here so I don't burn my knife off. Blow it. Could be just a hair sweeter. Now's the time to do it. If you're going to do it, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I've got some honey. Let's put some honey in it. And just have to do this to your taste. That honey will be good. It gives it a good flavor. Then you don't have to battle all that sugar. Smells good. Smells real good. Lord, if we had to make an apple pie with all them, it'd be from here to kingdom come, wouldn't it? Okay, now that we've got it pretty well done, I'm going to move these apples back here and just let them sit there and cool off until I can get things done. I've got every pan out of here in the world. So now we're waiting on, that marble is so heavy, heavy, heavy. But it's good to chop things on, and then if I need to, I can use it as a cheese board. Alright, let's see now. We've got our chicken on. I'll tell you what would be good with the chicken. I'll show y'all how to do some of the green beans that I like. Let me get I'll be right back, y'all. Just stay with me. I'm gonna go in here and get a pan. I'm about past going. I didn't sleep well last night. I better get one of the big pans. I wouldn't knock everything off, you know. That's just Billie Jean. I was just Billie Jean knocking stuff off. He's always knocking something. I could use my cast iron Dutch oven, but I'm not. I'm just gonna use Granny Pat's pan that she likes. I'm gonna put some of that onion. I know, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. Let me get some. Oh, I have it here. I can find it. Here it is. I'm gonna put some butter in these. Get that pan going, and I'm gonna put some butter in there. Let me get that. Now the way I do my green beans, if I don't have them out of the garden, I'll tell you, nobody will know. The way I cook my green beans, it's like You just can't tell that they're not from the garden. And I'll tell you how to do it. Let me get some butter. Butter. There, got butter. Yeah. Got up, went to bed. By the time I got through with our cake last night, and I got in the bed, then I had to edit and answer and all that. It was after 4 o'clock this morning. I'm gonna cut, I just like pieces of onion into my green beans. Not big pieces, but not little chopped up pieces either. We need to use that onion. So, this is what we do. Put that in there. Put that in there. I've still got some of those homemade rolls in the freezer we could put on the table with this if we wanted to. And I'm just going to saute those a little bit. Get them kind of, give that butter a little burned butter. Burnt butter, or brown butter, is better than any other kind of butter. In recipes, cakes, whatever. If you brown your butter, you're going to like it a lot better. I can eat just green beans by themselves with a piece of cornbread. I hadn't made cornbread in a while. We need some, but I'm not sure if I'm up to it. I might be. I wonder what I'm going to do with that chicken. I hadn't even figured it out. I never do. I just start cooking and then all of a sudden, kaboom, there it is. It's out. Mother doesn't like chicken and dumplings a lot. If it's got chicken and egg noodles, she'll eat it, but I'm still cooking those onions down. I want them to cook way on down there. I had pink salmon and I thought about cooking that, but then I thought, no, she will not like that. And she doesn't like noodles too much. Now I'm racking my brain of, I want to get those kind of brown, you know, a little bit. But we'll have that chicken, so, and a good egg noodle, chicken and egg noodle will be good. She likes just a piece of boiled chicken. So that's probably what I'll do. Just chicken and dressing is good. I've got 2 turkeys in the freezer and a ham in the freezer. Now see, that's kind of getting brown there. The edges of the onions are kind of getting brown. Now these I buy are Allen's. I'll show you in a little bit. The can. I imagine you can get them where you are. I'm not real sure. I'm going to go ahead and put some salt in there. And some pepper. I just do it this way because I like doing it this way. I like getting those. See those? Ooh, those onions smell good too, y'all. See, that needs to cook just a little more there. Let me see if I've got anything in here. I was looking for. I think I'll put just a little hint of garlic, not a lot. Just a little. little bitty bit. Now my grandmother didn't use garlic because they didn't have it. You want to get these beans up to boil, and you want to boil them down until there's a minute trace of liquid left, and it'll be somewhat syrupy, just so you know. And then that is when the beans start getting less canny and more gardeny, is the way I put it. So you just let that boil, just like it's doing. And then our apples, Mother came in here while we were, let me get my spoon, my other spoon. I don't want to put my apple spoon, my bean spoon in my apple deal. She came in and she said, "Ooh, I bet those will be good." I said, "Well, I bet they will be too, Mama." So, we gotta let them cool. I'm not gonna handle that, as hot as that is. I'm not gonna handle it. Used to, I wouldn't have minded a bit, but now I don't handle that stuff because with the arthritis stuff, I can't hardly lift them pots. And now see, those are cooking down pretty quick. And you want it to get just where there's no liquid. Let me see here just a minute, people. I've got, no, I've got, yeah. No, I've got. Let's do a little bit of cornbread. What do y'all think? We need it. We need a little cornbread. Okay. I've got so many spoons and so much going on. Let me get my cup so I can show y'all I'll show you my cup. I can use my cup and get my cornmeal out. Let's see, I thought I had my flour. Here's my flour. I don't want to do a whole big pan, so I'm going to do a half a cup of flour. And I'm going to do a cup let me see, cup of cornmeal, half a cup and a cup. No sense in making all that if we're not going to eat it. I try to make for y'all, but then I think, well, that's going to waste, and I love it with milk and everything, but I'm not going to eat that right now because we've got that cake, and of course, you know, I got to have cake. So, let me get one. Okay, I smell them green beans. I do smell those green beans. Now, oh my goodness, just a minute. Those expensive eggs. You have to be careful with those expensive eggs. I'm gonna get a cup of milk out of the refrigerator. Just quickly. I'm gonna get me a cup in one of these little plastic glasses. Let me get a, I'm gonna get my aluminum-free baking powder, Gaffin baking powder. I haven't opened it, but we're going to. See now, see the beans, how they're cooking on down? That'll get kind of syrupy here in a minute. Let me kind of shake that, get it. Get me about a teaspoon for that amount of baking powder. Now there's cornbread recipes on the site, so I'm not putting it on there. Let me get a little, I want just a little drop of vinegar, not much. Hold on, let me get it out of here. I just want a teaspoon of vinegar to a cup of milk to make it like buttermilk. Since I don't have buttermilk, that's what we're doing. We're going to make our own buttermilk. Now, that'll clabber. That'll thicken up. Okay, got that going. Got 7 minutes on our chicken, y'all. See how that's, oh, that's getting good. Look at that. All that juice is cooking out. I told y'all it would. Now, let me get a whisk. I've got a million whisks in this kitchen. If y'all saw that video last night, you saw everything's hanging on the walls like I think I'm Julia Childs or something. No, it's just easy. When I'm trying to get our food cooked or get us a video made, it's easier for me to just reach up there instead of going into a drawer or looking for something that's right there. Now I want to make sure that baking powder is mixed in, because if you don't, and I'll probably add a little more cornmeal to this, because if you don't, Mother likes that lacy cornbread, as some of them on there do. Granny did it. It's when they didn't have a lot of ingredients. They just put cornmeal in water and then drop it in hot grease, but it's too greasy. I don't want her eating it. I don't want to eat it. It's just too greasy. I don't know how some of these cooks that are on YouTube, or I don't know how they're still alive. All the crap they cook with all that grease and lard and I just don't understand it. And some of them are educated people. You should know they shouldn't be using all that stuff. Okay, let's get us a little salt now. I gotta open the lid, the new salt. Let me get my deal here. You have to score it, if you remember. Get that off there. Them are the hardest things to get off I've ever seen in my life. But I finally get it. One day I got so mad at it, I just poked a hole in it. Yeah, I poked a hole in that thing one day. I said, don't do that to me. There, I got the edge of it. That'll pop on up there. Once you get that little thing popped up there, you can get that open. Okay, I'm just going to put about a teaspoon. Get that mixed in. Let me stir them. I got both hands, 3 hands, 2 feet of going. Okay, 1 egg. That's what we're going to put. 1 egg. I'm just going to make a little deal. Alright, now I put our buttermilk in. Our milk with our now then, We'll mix that pretty good. Put just a little bit of sugar, not much. Just a tiny, tiny bit. Okay, look at those beans. See how that's cooked down nearly to non-existent? That's what we want. That is what we want. Okay, I'm gonna get my little pan and I'm just gonna spray my oil in it. You can put it in your cornbread or you can put it in the pan. If you want to, just squirt a little in your cornbread. I think that'll rise up pretty good. We're just gonna pour it right there. Get that all out of there. And that's, okay, y'all see how those beans are in this? Oh, it's very, so let's just go ahead and turn them off, let them sit there. I'm gonna put this here in the little convection oven, right here by me. I'm gonna put it on 375. Since it's such a small pan, I'll bake it for about 20 minutes. Well, no, I'm going to put it on convection. Let's put it on 20. I'm trying to get 375. There we go. Start. Okay. Got the wire rack out of the way. And if y'all were here, we'd be having some. So now y'all see how that much that's cooked down. You see how that's cooked all the way down. Now, I'll tell you, you can put a little bacon fat in there, a little bacon grease. Okay, now the pot is ended. Our Instapot is ended. And I've still got these latkes or patties from this morning. See, I've still got our potato patties from this morning that we can use with our meal. And let me see, I had, let me see if I had, I think those would be good. Let me, I might have to try this, taste this stuff because of, I don't know if it needs more salt or if it doesn't need more salt, or, so I might check everything. I don't want that big green bean. I want a little green bean. No, those are fine. Now these latkes or galettes or hash brown patties. To make them good again, I'll take my little pan and put a little of that sweet cream butter in it, just a little bit, not much. Turn that on. Just kind of get that so I can just kind of heat those up into the pan. That's the best thing we can do. And that'll give me time to get the Instapot released. I bet that chicken will be good. It'll be good with these green beans. Green beans, look at them. See, they're kind of, when they cool off, they'll get a little thicker. That juice, well, it's really like a syrup kind of. Just spread a little of that avocado oil just because I want them to do well. And heat them up. Now I'm going to put this on convection now. It's kind of heated up a little bit. Let me check our cornbread. Is doing good. Kind of move those around. Kind of move them around. We'll set that right there for right now. Let me check this. I'm going to go ahead and let off my steam. On the Instapot, I'm going to go ahead and let my steam button off. Because I don't want my chicken to get too done. If I was making chicken and dumplings or chicken soup or something like that, then I wouldn't mind about it. But when you I have a lot of steam in there, but if you just let that off, these aren't dangerous, y'all. You can cook in them and be just fine. So I can get these kind of deboned. She likes dark meat, so we'll just debone those with our knife. Get that old fat cut off there. Get to pull it. I don't want it to get too done. Too done. No, I think it'll be all right. Let me get that out. See, I just don't have enough space in here like I'm used to. There's our cornbready, and I'll get some corn. Let me turn that off. Okay. Get a little butter. Gotta have a little butter. Doodly-doo. Let's just take this cake server and use it to glaze our cornbread. That's what you want. And that's what makes it good, is that butter. All that good old butter on there, Lord. But it's not margarine, it's not all that stuff. At least it's good butter. Okay. I don't usually throw it away, but let me get this little latke. Got a good meal there. Got your chicken, your latkes, galettes, and I'll get her tray. Let me get this out of the way. I'll get her tray. And I'll put let me see if I've got I don't know what to do. I'll give her a clean little cover. Let me get it put on here. I'll put this little purple cover on here. And that will be nice. I've got her tea already. I already took her tea. I'm trying to control this, and sometimes it takes me a minute, but I'll get it done. I'm going to put a plate on this here. I'll put the plate there. So I could have set the bowl over there, but I'll just leave it like it is. Let me get her she might want a spoon and she's got a little red fork that she likes. And it's a little old camping fork, but she loves that fork. So that's what we're going to have. We're going to have chicken, homemade green beans, hash brown galette, latkes or patties, and cornbread, homemade cornbread. And that's what we're going to have. I wish y'all were here to eat with us. God bless you. God bless us. God bless the United States. And I'm not sure if I'll come on tonight for live, and this may not even get put on till later, because I've been going, and then we've got our apples to do.